Is it difficult to get an STD? I wouldn't think so with all the statistics we've looked at and the people. Come on. 50% of everyone who ever has sex outside of marriage will get an STD. That's minimum. That's minimum. Sounds pretty easy to me. I think you need to look at every single partner. Realistically, no matter who they are, be an STD infected. If you don't do that, you're not a very intelligent person. You know what the government tells you, Planned Parenthood and others? This is amazing. They started this with HIV. I remember a senator promoted this. He said, look, you need to train young people to ask questions. Ask the other person if they're infected. I thought, come on. No guy's going to tell you. Young ladies, you girls remember something. An aroused hormone has no conscience. You understand that, Michelle? You understand that? You got that? An aroused hormone has no conscience or morality or theology. So dumb. 90% of men will lie right through their teeth to you. Especially if they get that point they're aroused, you say, well, just a minute. Are you infected? Oh, no. Most women would rather die than tell somebody that. But that's what they say. Ask someone. That's your protection. Whew. That's putting your whole life in the hands of someone else. At University of California, Los Angeles, several years ago, the director of the Student Medical Center said, in one act of sex, many students are getting 5 different sexually transmitted diseases. In one act of sex. In a period of 1 week, I had a woman from Atlanta, Georgia, and a man from Cleveland, Ohio come to me in 1 week. Because for years, I've talked on maximum sex. High schools, universities in 118 countries. And so everybody knows me for that. And this woman came to me, she said, I run a suburban clinic for pregnant women, especially young pregnant women. And when they come in, I forget the percentage, it was a high percentage. When they test them, they find an STD. But this is what she told me. She said, if they give us enough time and we spend enough money, we can almost always find at least 3 more STDs. I fly to University of Ohio State University. A doctor comes up to me the night after I spoke on sex, introduced himself, said the exact same thing. He said, if we have enough money and enough time, because you can't run one test. You got to run a whole battery of tests. They say, we usually find at least 3, if not 4 more other sexually transmitted diseases if we find one. No wonder God in love said, wait. Wait. Not because I want to take the fun out of your life. Wait, because I love you, I want to protect you, and I want to provide for you. To have a maximum love, sex, and marriage relationship with your spouse with no fear. I've been married for 39 years to the same woman I married to just about the greatest woman God ever created. I stand in awe of my wife. I'm serious. And I thank God her 4 children have raised up and they call her blessed. And they call her, their mother, their shining star. And for 39 years, once live on television, my wife about died, said, what's your hobby? And without thinking, I said, sex. Well, no, I'm in it. I mean, for 39 years. And man, the poor lady interviewing me didn't know what to do, but at least I was honest. I said, my hobby is sex, and I love it. But just to think, 39 years, I've never had 1 ounce of fear or my wife in any way for any disease or anything from history past 10, 12, 40, 15, 20 years ago. Folks, that's called maximum sex. Never have to worry about antibiotics or condoms or salve or anything. Nothing. That is called sexual freedom. Do you get it? But let me tell you, it doesn't cost you to wait. It usually costs you when you don't wait. You say, well, it just happened. Oh, come on, get real. Sex doesn't just happen. That's the stupidest, most idiotic thing ever heard. Sex is a result of a choice, unless it's date rape. And boy, there's a lot of that. About 30% of all women are date raped. Sex just doesn't happen. It's a choice. So don't ever forget that either. Amy Grant. Some of you probably don't remember Amy Grant. When I was a little older than you, she was big out there, a big name. She's still around, excellent. But she did a song, one of the best songs ever. The theme of Amy Grant's song was this: let your mind guard your heart. Ooh, most people are driven by their heart. They make choices based upon their heart. No. Let your mind guard your heart. And I don't think you will ever reject it.